summer's guitar lessons with Bud. What I was just doing there is what I refer to as the ACE system. There's 3 chords, the A, the C, and the E. All I'm doing is using them to create sonic depth, as I like to call it. If you know your A chord here, and you know, you might play it, I like to play it with the first finger on the 3rd string, second finger on the 4th, and 3rd finger on the 2nd string, like that. A lot of people just play it laying across. Certain situations, that's what you want to do. But more important than the fingering right now is just knowing that, yeah, there's an A chord that you can play down there, and there's a C chord, first string on the second, or first finger on the 2nd string at the 1st fret, second finger on the 4th string at the 2nd. That was the 1st fret, 2nd finger, 3rd fret. Anyway, it's a C chord. Yeah, I think we already know that. I'm maybe rushing through this a little bit. But the E chord then, 1st and 2nd strings are open. First finger then takes the 3rd string at the 1st fret. 2nd finger over on the 5th string at the 2nd fret. And your 4th finger. So if we've got the A, the C, and the E, A, C, E, those chords you can take and move them, you know, different spots and get all your different chords. Now, we talked before a while back. I tried to simplify the caged system, caged, C-A-G-E-D, and that's pretty popular. A lot of people find that very useful, and it is good for some other things beyond this. But just for creating sonic depth, and I'm referring to guys who are in bands and gals who are in bands with more than one guitar. If you got 2 guitars, if you're just playing the same chords in the same place, it doesn't do much for you. Yeah, Phil Spector had the wall of sound thing on a lot of records, and that's one thing. But so often you'll go out and you hear bands and both guitar players are playing the same thing, and it really doesn't do much for the sound. They kind of get in each other's way. They just muddying up the mix. They're trying to occupy the same space in the equalization, and it doesn't do you a lot of good. Same thing too with my friends that are loopers, and I do a lot of looping in my solo live shows, ton of looping, and you aren't doing yourself any favors by playing the same chords, you know, going through a loop, whatever the song may be. You know, if it's something like as straightforward as a 12-bar blues, I like to do a lot of those types of songs. And I'll go through that first 12 bars playing one set of chords, or maybe the shuffle pattern or whatever it is, but then I come back the second time and I'm not playing those same chords. I'm playing them in a different spot, and that's what this is all about. Kind of taking the long way around to get you there. But anyway, it always goes backwards. ACE is easier to remember. That's an acronym. Easier to remember than ECA, E-C-A, which is actually the order that it happens. If you're playing an E, the next one that you're going to find, next form you'll find is a C. So a C form, if I'm playing an E chord right here, the next E that I can find is using a C form. So, and I hope you know your fretboard. Maybe you don't yet, but the C form, of course, looks like this: C, C sharp, D sharp, E. Okay, and to do this, of course, it's a bar chord. And one of the reasons we don't teach beginners something like this, the ACE or ECA or even the cage system, is because it requires playing some chords that are a little bit beyond the average beginner. This is more of an intermediate or advanced type of thing. We don't expect beginners to be able to handle a chord like this. But if you've been playing for a while, I hope you can. If you haven't been playing very long, I hope you will try to start doing some of these things. Don't expect success right away, but over time you should get it. And then following that, we were on an E, so we went to a C, and next we need an A form. Now this is the A, just like that, but it's with a not even a bar. The bar is right here actually, and then we've got a figure here playing the bass now. But so using this, I can play my E there, I can play it here, I can play it here. Not a huge difference in sound, but there's some. There's a little bit of depth, especially when you go from here to here. One guitar player strumming along. is enough of a difference. They're not bumping each other as much. They're still bumping each other EQ wise, but not as much. Okay, same thing. Then that was an E chord. Let's do an A chord. Okay, if I'm doing the A. The next thing that I'm going to be able to find is the E, so I'm right up here. And I'm using this E form with a bar behind it. E, F, G, A. So I have an A there, I have an A there. And then the next form that I'll be able to find would be the C form, so I C, D, E, F, G, A. Boom. This is also a big help in helping you learn your fretboard better if you don't already know it. Get your chord forms and where they're located. But just having three different chord forms or three different ways to play each chord is going to help you a lot. Again, if you're a looper or in a band with more than one guitar player. Now, the other thing that I think is very important to mention is you don't have to play full chords. You don't have to be doing this whole 6 strings. You know, especially I take this chord form up here. I've been playing an E there. Now I'm gonna make it an A here. Nothing wrong at all with just having that little chord form. And that's gonna be, you know, gonna afford you some of these extra notes that you can throw in. Guitar players may be doing this. You know, you can get some nice stuff. Maybe we're up here. So there's your A again. So kind of recapping, A, C, E. Keep in mind that it goes backwards though. If you're on an E, you're looking for a C form. If you're on a C, you're looking for an A form. If you're on the A, you're looking for the E form. Going backwards like that, and trying to find the 3 forms. Reviewing what I did at the very beginning of this, I just played A, C, E. A couple times A, C, E. And then what I did would be a nice little practice thing, something for you to work on. Just take whatever chord comes to mind. You can start with the A. Play the A all 3 spots. There's the A right there. A's here. A's here. And then go to a B. Probably already know that there. And a B here. Pretty nice, huh? And then you'd have to go up. C. G. F. And G. Alright. Have fun with it. Again, 3 chords, ace form. Try and move it around and have some fun and sound better. Thanks. I'll see you next time.